man, beautiful. Hey everybody, welcome to Dave's Garage. Well, we're on location today in the home of Nick and Nance Abadilla.
Hey.
Hey, Nick is an incomparable blues guitarist, member of the blues fabric in our community here in Southern California, and you've seen him a lot in Dave's Garage in the jams that we have there.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, hey, good to see you, man. It sounded great today. Thanks for having me over here.
Oh, my pleasure. I always like your channel, and you got some good content there. So, yeah.
Well, you know, all you sax players are sitting there wondering, why is he talking to a guitar player instead of a sax player? This is a sax guy channel, sax person channel. But, well, chances are you've seen a few guitars now and then. And we're talking to Nick today because he's encountered something that I'm sure all of us at one time or another run into. Nick lost his mojo for a minute there. I know.
Yeah.
But he got it back. So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
Sure.
How did you lose your mojo?
Well, I think 2020, the pandemic and the political situation, that all affected, that affected everybody, and including myself. And slowly as the months went on in 2020, there's less and less people to play with, and you ended up just, hammering it out at home, backing tracks, and that got old after a while, and even our garage jams, that kind of was starting to waver.
Yes.
For obvious reasons. We wanted to be safe.
Yeah, we had some trouble there too with
Yeah.
when COVID was at its peak.
Yeah, and you remember just prior to COVID, there was that long-standing blues jam at the Downtown Cafe, where it was a weekly opportunity just to get a groove on and play with some awesome players.
Right.
And that was wonderful. It was just 5 minutes from the house.
Right. And it was what, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
And it was headed by probably my favorite blues singer of all time, Chet Cannon.
Chet, yeah.
Big shout out to Chet.
Yeah, and, good days and bad days, but the one thing that was always there was always fun.
Always a place to play too.
Yeah, and the blues vibe was authentic, and being a blues guy, that was a big deal to me. So when that was taken away, all of a sudden you just started to, fall into this kind of abyss of non-creativity, and like I said, the backing tracks got old, and so I stopped playing for a while. And then as we came out of the pandemic, we still kind of are, but as we started coming out of it, there's a couple jams that popped up, some local bar jams, and I went, for lack of any other place to go.
Sure, we hooked up at a couple of them.
Exactly, but the vibe was, it wasn't authentic, it wasn't real blues. It was a bunch of people showing up who were trying to get their blues on for lack of anything else to play.
Oh, okay.
And it was like I can't cuss on this YouTube channel.
Sure can.
It was a clusterfuck. Often.
There you go.
Yeah, and a lot of the musicians didn't really know each other. So this whole energy, this whole synergy of good times and friends wasn't there. It was a bunch of people just riffing and getting their rocks off as much as they could in 12 bars.
Right.
And so that cohesiveness wasn't there. So again, I just found myself falling apart. My 12 bars would come up, and I just wasn't inspired. And progressively through the weeks, I was just playing worse and worse, to the point where I said, screw it, I'm just going to give this up.
Yeah, okay.
I just put the guitars away and stopped going to the jams.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. That's to steal one of your phrases. Did they start those jams were important?
Very
They
for
were
me.
important.
I'm not a professional musician, and I don't belong to any band. So my only playing opportunities really are, if there's no garage jams out there, then it's just these weekly jams in the bars. That was it for me.
But to define, to me, a professional. I mean, I know a lot of amateur musicians who are actually better than professional musicians and more fun to hang around with. The difference, I think, between a pro and an amateur is often that the pro can show up and sight read a chart at 8 o'clock in the morning and is comfortable in the studio.
Yeah.
But at the jams, the newer ones, we did meet up at a couple of them, and to steal one of your phrases, it did feel like a forced march.
Yeah.
Remember that? You said that to me once, and I thought, okay, there's something that's missing here. But I want to get back to all of you at home, because this is one of the things I tell you. There's a part A and a part B. There's a part A. The A part is getting your chops, getting your instrument together in a way that you enjoy it. But the B part is playing with people, right? And this is why we do this, right? I mean, most of us want to go play with other people, and that's. Do you think that's when it started to slide downhill for you? Is when the opportunities to go back and so let's just say you had a good day with at the jam in El Cajon, Chet's Jam,
right?
And there were some real good things that happened, and you wanted to like maybe say, hey, I'm going to up my game a little bit and come back and show or play or mingle with the people that support me, as opposed to the forced march at the newer jams post-COVID. Was that kind of what happened?
Definitely, because it was the El Cajon Jam was schooling.
There you go.
For me, absolutely. And you learn as much what not to do, as well as what to do. How to hold a groove, what makes a good groove, what makes a bad groove, and I just kept learning, and you would bring your game, or as much as my game as I could, each week, and there was a nice pocket to play in all the time.
Absolutely. There's some real good players there too.
Yeah.
Got some real good role models.
Yeah.
A lot of fun people. Hey, so the guys at the jam, the Dave's Garage Jam, at my house started to actually comment in the last couple of months or so and say, "Dang, Nick, that guy sounded good. He sounded good. He's got something going on. He's bright, So
you've been very supportive, so I appreciate that.
Well, but we've always enjoyed what you bring to a jam, and often there's the part C. There's an A, play your instrument, and Nick has been a keen student of the art. I know he takes lessons. He's gone to seminars. You just went to the most recently to
Guitar Workshop Plus.
Guitar Workshop. So he's and he'll always bring ideas and songs and things like that. But also the C part is and we've had some real good people at the jams that are not pleasant people that you wouldn't want to sit at a table with afterwards. Nick brings a vibe, like a personal vibe. So that's the C part, like who you are. It comes out of the instrument. So. Some of the players, and we've got some major players in the garage that are retired, but they're major players, and they've noticed. So let's cut to the chase. How did Nick get his groove back?
How did I get my groove back? Well, the garage jam, bringing that back in, that helped a lot.
You people don't take notes.
Yeah.
Listen to this. How he, because you've lost it too. I've lost it. Nick lost it. How do you get it back?
Well, when you get the opportunity to play with good people, and you take out the, fear of judgment, and you just start getting into a garage with some guys, and it's just a good time, and it's not all about the music, and then you play a song here and there. You screw up once in a while, you laugh it off.
There you go.
Everybody else laughs it off and provides encouragement as well. And you're hearing some cool riffs from other people, like, oh, I like that sax line, or well, that's a cool bass groove, I like that, and or that shuffle on the drums is kind of cool. I like it inspires you. Okay. And me being not a big theory guy, I need that inspiration to move forward. So the garage jam was a big deal.
You think you're too hard? Are you too hard on yourself?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, because I know a lot of us do that. We're like, oh, that guy can play so much better. And in a guitar shooter, there's not a lot of sax players that show up at these jams.
Right.
Maybe 2, 3, 4. Right. But man, it can be a real guitar fest.
Oh, well,
and you get some people that are like, wow,
Sure.
And people that are just like, how do I tune this?
Well, I've had numerous times in the past near garage where people was intimidating because they were so freaking good. But once I cleared that hurdle, not being intimidated but being inspired, and once I got to know the people that were intimidating me, that helped a lot because the friendship, the connection was a big deal. Sure. And it started to, instead of being intimidated, it made me experiment more. I go, I start to learn, use the major third whenever you can.
can't just go there.
You know, when you're,
Right,
you know,
right.
I learned that from somebody, and I started to incorporate it as much as I
Right.
could because I wanted to impress the person that was inspiring me.
Very, very good.
And so that just pushed. That's how I've been pushed. And then once in a while, as the pandemic lifted and we were, you were more comfortable going to people's houses. Occasionally, me and a couple other buddies would get together and just do some acoustic stuff, or just, throw back some drinks and just say, hey, check this out. And he would, in turn, show me what he learned, and then we get into some rock, some Allman
Perfect.
Brothers, and that happened numerous times this year. And so I think it really was all about the synergy of playing with people, whether it was one other person or an ensemble in a
Good.
garage.
What would you tell someone who's tuned in? This guy's obviously got it. Your hands, you know what you're doing, right? Sounds good. You play good. You play real good. What would you tell somebody that's sitting in your chair and just going, oh man, I've lost my motivation. What would you tell them? How is there a step by step? Is there a way to get it back? If you know you've lost your groove and you've gone into that grooveless depression, your bag is just, oh man, what would you tell somebody who's where you were?
Play with people you like. That was a big deal. Play with people you like, because when I was playing with people, not that I didn't like them, but I didn't really know them, and there were, on stage and off stage, there just wasn't that
Right.
follow up and punch in the shoulder and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff. It was like more next set.
Okay, so don't stay home. In other words, get out,
Get
find
out and
people you
play.
like,
Absolutely, get out
and just
play.
show up and do it, even if you don't feel right. Did you get up on nights when you were like, oh man, I'm still
I did, but I'd say the big factor that would clear that for me was playing with people I liked and getting into grooves that I was comfortable with, And at first it was basic, just little shuffles, But then going into once I was comfortable with that, it kind of lifts the fog in your head, and then you
Right.
start to experiment with other stuff. And then you start to go into rhythms that you want to challenge yourself with.
Okay.
But it all stemmed from being comfortable up here.
Right.
And
Okay.
So
Sometimes do you just have to let it be a process? Like you say, I'm not comfortable, I'm just gonna let it be that way for a while?
yeah,
Okay. Because
Yeah.
if you fight it, does it make it worse?
I'm sorry.
If you fight it, like, I shouldn't be feeling
Yeah,
it.
because
Does
then it puts
make
it out
worse?
that another week goes by and another, and before
Yeah.
you know it, you're distracted with other stuff. There's certainly
Yeah.
I had my distractions.
And then you start tearing the carpet out in your house, and it's just out of frustration. They're doing some remodeling.
Yeah,
here.
you're not seeing what's happening around here.
No,
So.
we've hidden all that for the shot here. All right. I just want to thank again, Nick.
Okay.
Thank you for your time. Thanks for having us. Questions, comments below in the comment boxes. You can also reach out to me at davegoodsax@gmail.com. davegoodsax@gmail.com. I want to do some more of these. We're going to have some more. We're going to do some more interviews and have some fun and just answer some of the questions that I think that players among you have. And we've, once again, we've all been there. We've all lost our groove, and hopefully we'll all get it back like Nick did here. You want to take us out with a little whatever you got?
All
right.
How about a little BB? Let's
Perfect.
Ah,
Sweet.
I'm on the spot here. Okay.
Put him on the spot. That's so good. All right, everybody, thanks. We'll see you again in Dave's Garage, on location or wherever the garage happens to be. Take care, bye.